on this Rolling Bones TV adventure.
Here with my sidekick Van Helsing, Van Helsing, the Monster Slayer.
Got a couple bucks. The wind just stopped. It is quiet, man. I think I hit him just a little far back.
If you've bow hunted for any period of time and you gotta let it stay overnight, terrible gut-wrenching feeling.
Oh no, oh, what the?
Yeah!
Rolling Bones TV is proud to salute our sponsors. Kershaw Knives, there's nothing like a Kershaw. Armscore Ammunition, the official ammo of Rolling Bones Outfitters. By Realtree Max One Camo, for all the places deer and antelope roam. The Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort, elevate your experience. And by Rolling Bones Outfitters. Be sure to sign up today for exclusive member benefits, including discounts on hunts and merchandise. Log on to rollingbonesoutfitters.com. Marc Casavan has long been the bow hunting specialist with the Rolling Bones team. And for his first trip of the fall season, he's combining his skills as a hunter with his skills as a videographer and heading on a solo hunt to one of his favorite spots in Wyoming for big whitetail. I guess it's not quite a solo hunt.
Here with my sidekick Van Helsing, Van Helsing, the Monster Slayer. Good buddy of mine. We like to go out and set up tree stands together. He's real handy, you can see.
So if Marc is on a solo hunt and is doing this all by himself, who's driving?
He can drive, but I got to put a couple phone books for him to sit on. I get a couple phone books ready and he's ready to roll.
Yeah, that little dog he's got that's called Van Dingle, Van Hing, Van Vu, that little thing is a demon. That's why it got its name that way. I mean, that little thing. I've known that dog as long as it's been alive. It hates me and whatever.
Oh, he's a monster killer, all right. Bow hunting's always the beginning of season for us. I'm only like 50 miles from Spearfish, just into Wyoming, and I've hunted there before, so I kind of know the location well.
You know, whitetail are cagey animals anyway, so they're just so skittish, and I understand they live life, you know, with a predator looking over their shoulder. They're a meal to somebody or something all the time. I would say the hardest thing to kill with a bow, in my opinion, is it's a mature whitetail, because they are not predictable, they're hard to pattern, and Marc is phenomenal. Is phenomenal at killing mature whitetail deer with his bow, and he's one of the best.
Just got a blind put in, a bunch of trail cams. There's a lot of feet out here. It's really hard to hunt. You just got to pick a spot and get lucky, and that's what I'm gonna do. I got a couple stands down there. I got cameras on all of them. It's good. There's some alfalfa next here, and there's some crazy stuff going on over here. When this stuff over here, when this starts to dry out a little bit, it'll just fill full of whitetails and muleys and elk. It's just the beginning. We're getting into September, and we're gonna kick it off. I'm gonna brush this in, and I'm gonna get ready.
When Marc's setting these blinds up, tree stands, you know, he is thinking like a deer. Okay, where are we gonna go to? Whitetail light cover. So he's got milo over here, he's got alfalfa here, he knows the deer are coming from their bedding area over here, and he's connecting the dots, and you know, he's putting a lot of time into thinking about where that blind should be, and they're gonna take a path of cover, and he had that fence line, and he put that blind in the perfect spot, and that's what he's looking for when he's setting these hunts up, and you know, we're getting hunters in or putting themselves in a place, we always want to find the best, most opportune place for us to be.
Van Helsing and I are out, pre-scouting, getting things done. Stay tuned for more Rolling Bones TV.
Welcome to the new ACI. Every family has a heritage. Ours is making ammo.
Our company is moving forward.
ACI is growing just like our family.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Production is what keeps the company running.
Inspecting, packaging.
Quality pretty much lands on us.
Visit ammoandmorestore.com or stop by the store in Stevensville, Montana.
Thank you, troops.
Here with my sidekick Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Monster Slayer. Good buddy of mine. We like to go out and set up tree stands together. He's real handy, you can see. But he's a monster slayer, and that's what I'm gonna be doing all fall, trying to slay some monsters. And I picked a new spot, hunted here before, real excited about it. Got a 20-yard shot to the fence crossing. See if it all can happen here in Wyoming in September, and see if I can get a good buck on the ground.
First week of September, got this blind set up. I'm in. Things are gonna happen pretty quick here. Cooled off, it's been in the high 80s and 90s. And this is the first day in the blind, so it's always exciting. It's a new setup, but not a new spot I've been hunting. I've hunted this top for a few years, and always potential to shoot a good deer here. And for the longest time, I watched them go down to the end of this field, so I'm here and I'm set up, and I'm waiting to see what happens tonight. I'm real excited. The deer don't get a lot of pressure up here, and like I said, it's a matter of time before a big one comes in.
Mark's descenting everything, right? Did you spray Van Helsing? Who names a dog Van Helsing anyway? It's like McLovin.
Yes, I always spray myself and my right-hand man Van Helsing down with scent killer, always, Brad.
This blind isn't that big, that's why I put it here. And because there wasn't any bales, but they bailed it up, and I didn't think they were going to till after this weekend. But just gotta do what we gotta do. It's a good thing I'm solo filming tonight, because there's not a lot of room in here. Just enough room for a chair, me, my bow, and the camera and the tripod, so.
Yeah, Mark's complaining about the blind being too small. Is the blind really too small, or is Mark too big?
Well, the blind I was sitting in was for a man, and that's why I was sitting there, because I am manly.
Lowered my seat as low as it goes. I had to pull the legs out because this blind is squatty and small, so I'm really gonna have to be careful in here.
I always check, a good pointer to always check your surroundings in your blinds or in your tree stands. Check all your angles so you're not bumping your elbows or your shoulders. And I'm a pretty big frame guy. I'm not petite like Brad and Brian, I'm manly.
Because more than likely, if you're gonna bump into something, it's gonna be when you're gonna shoot. So check a bunch of angles while you're sitting. Make sure, because the chair hit and my elbow hit, so we don't want that to happen when it comes to be the right time. Got a couple bucks. The wind just stopped. It is quiet. Man, it's gonna be tough to get a draw on these deer. Plus in this tiny little blind. Oh boy. Let's see what happens here in a few minutes. Because them bucks are doing exactly what they should be. The wind is going this way. They're circling around. They should come right in front of me. Alright. I think I got something else coming. That buck's looking. It's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna switch blinds tomorrow. This thing's just a little squatty, and I'll be able to get away with a bigger blind tomorrow because I got all these hay bales out front, so.
Rolling Bones TV is proud to salute our sponsors. Kershaw Knives, there's nothing like a Kershaw. Armscore Ammunition, the official ammo of Rolling Bones Outfitters. By Realtree Max 1 Camo, for all the places deer and antelope roam. The Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort, elevate your experience. And by Rolling Bones Outfitters. Be sure to sign up today for exclusive member benefits, including discounts on hunts and merchandise. Log on to rollingbonesoutfitters.com.
Got a couple bucks. The wind just stopped. It is quiet. Man, it's gonna be tough to get a draw on these deer. Plus in this tiny little blind. Alright. I think I got something else coming. That buck's looking. That was a pretty good deer. Nice 5x5, probably a 4-year-old. First night in the blind. And I just don't know if the light was good enough. I mean, I think if the light would have been a little bit better, I would have shot that buck. It was a good deer. Big sweeping beams that kind of curled around with some crab claws in the front. Pretty cool deer. But there's a huge canyon over here, and the grass is really tall this year, so just not worth shooting something late. And that was good. Seen a lot of deer. I think I seen 10 or 11 bucks tonight and about 45 deer, so it wasn't bad at all. I'm gonna switch blinds tomorrow, and I'll be able to get away with a bigger blind tomorrow because I got all these hay bales out front, so.
The second night, I got there early, swapped out blinds, put a bigger blind in so I could draw and could move and be a little more mobile in there and not bump it at the time of the shot.
I'm feeling really good about this setup. Yesterday was good. It was the first day in the blind, and I did have a pretty good buck come in last night. Big brow tines. Didn't have big G2s. Nice 5 with some good crab claws in front. If he comes by, if it's light enough tonight, gives me a good shot. They just cut this millet. There's millet laying all over, and they got it all baled up, which is actually pretty good because my blind blends in really awesome. Man, there's a lot more room in here. The fence right over here is down to 2 wires. There's a really good crossing going into this alfalfa field. This millet's cut, so it's laying all over, which is great. But they pick around in here early, and then they go eat some alfalfa. So that's why I'm here, intercepting them, going to the alfalfa.
Well, one of the things I like to think of when I go to a buffet, I like to look down the buffet line and see what looks good and how I got to get there properly. Same as the deer does when it's going from alfalfa to milo to wheat to whatever. You got to look at the situation, figure the buffet out, move down the line, and properly feed.
Hey, Mark, you keep talking about the buffet. You won't fit in that blind either.
Well, the blind I was sitting in was for a man, and that's why I was sitting there, because I am manly.
Got a couple ranges, everything's good. The wind's perfect. It's like unbelievable that it's in my face, and that's where the deer are coming from, this big field, this cut millet field. So, it's gonna get good here. It's a real good 5-point. It's the one I seen last night.
Rolling Bones Outfitters, a company created by hunters for hunters. Let us help you find your next outdoor adventure. Contact us at Rolling Bones Outfitters. We match the hunter to the hunt.
You can feel it as soon as you step inside the lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. There's a distinctive sound, and it draws you in. Machines light up everywhere you turn. Excited crowds gather around the tables, and undeniable energy gets your blood pumping and intrigues you. Makes you want more. Makes you want to see if tonight is your night. Will you try your luck at your favorite slot machine or sit down for a few hands of blackjack? It's your move, and it's waiting for you at the lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
It's a real good 5-point. It's the one I seen last night. Good blood back here. I looked at the video. It was a little bit high and a little far back, and hopefully we clipped that artery right back there. I'm not gonna, it kind of drops off into a draw. I'm not gonna push the deer at all. Whew, man, that happened fast. I'm watching out in this big stubble field, and from the left of me and behind me, I heard the fence, and I look out, and that buck's like right here, like come right through that crossing. And he was coming back over here. There was another 2 or 3 point over here. And I don't know if he was headed over there, but he stopped right out here about 25, 26 yards. And I just shot a little far back, so I'll be here bright in the morning. And let it get light. And hopefully that deer went down for the night.
If you've bow hunted for any period of time, you've experienced that, where when in doubt, back out, and you gotta let it stay overnight, and that's just a terrible gut-wrenching feeling, and it's not fun.
You don't ever want to bump these animals, and you wanted to make it as easy to find them as possible. So your best bet is to back out always. If you think it's not quite right, back out. As you can see back here this morning, where I left off last night, a little bit of blood. This stubble field, real tough to see any blood in here. There's a drawback here with some tall grass. It's gonna be tough to find if he goes very far, but all you gotta do is wish for the best and work your butt off to try to track them and find them and recover that animal. So
tracking a deer is a lot of times the biggest part of the hunt, because now you got to go from thinking about the deer and their natural behavior and where they're going to go to so you can intercept them and harvest that animal. And then you got to reverse that. Okay, now you're wounded, where are you going to go? What behavior are you going to have? Fortunately for Marc, he's had experience at this. He knew the animal was going to head downhill. He had an approximate understanding where it was going to be. And he was worried about the shot, but Marc's a good shot, and he put a good shot on that animal.
I'm going to get down here, see if we can. It looks like some pretty good blood.
So Marc's trailing that deer. I think he might need a bloodhound. Hey, where's Van Helsing?
Oh no, oh, what the, oh, yes, oh my gosh, yes, 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 oh my gosh, there he is, you guys. Oh, sleepless night turned into this. Oh my gosh, I was, anybody who shot a nice buck, and anytime you even got to leave them overnight, oh man.
The anxiety and the energy inside of you it's so high that when you find it, you can't even imagine the feeling to be able to satisfy that need to harvest what you initially saw. It's crazy.
What a beautiful cape. 4-year-old, that's a great deer. Oh, what a way to kick off the season.
Hey Marc, that's a great deer. Congratulations, buddy.
Brian, Brandon, and Brad, they were out hunting before I was this year. They were in Alaska, and they did a great job there, and they started it, and then I started here over in Wyoming. Oh man, I just love when a plan comes together. What a cool whitetail from Wyoming.